Hi, so I wanted to do a full walkthrough of Ariel, how I use it, how you should use it. There's a 14-day free trial on the website. Put your email address in there and you should be good to go. So when you first install Ariel, it comes up and there are 150 sounds included. They're all melodic one-shots, and the only folder that will appear is this Essentials folder. If I press Option and click on a folder, it just shows what's in that particular folder. So these were the sounds that were in the previous version of this plugin, which was called Essentials, and it's a bunch of very simple, playable one-shots that generally don't have very much of an affected sound. They're all very playable. Some of them evolve, some of them are super designed to be kind of used with arpeggiators and put through effects units, just kind of building blocks. And like the main aim was like beautiful and useful was the kind of watchwords when we were putting the sounds together. So let us add a folder. Now I moved, so there was a folder that was in my contact library, and it was by Daniel James. He made a Project Alpha, Project Bravo, and Project Chaos for Contact, and I realized that I haven't used them in a long time because Contact is a little bit of a disaster. So I have taken them out of my contact stuff folder, which has all of my contact libraries in it. I put them together, I put them somewhere else, and I'm going to add this as a folder in Ariel, scan that folder so that I've got the melodic and the drum files of that library readily accessible, and I'm going to be able to use those sounds again, which is great. They're well worth it. I spent a lot of money on them. They're well worth it. They're great sounds, and they've just gone into a place where, I don't know about you, opening Contact is not very high on my list. So I've taken them out of my contact stuff folder, which has all my contact libraries in it, and I put them in a separate folder called Project ABC. I'm going to add that to the melodic scanner, and we're going to scan Project ABC Melodics, and here we have Dan James's one-shots. Seems like this one would be good. Backwards. Downer, so some downers. Downer. This is so great having all of these back. Let's try adding it on the drum side. Amazing. So I'm doing a walkthrough. So Ariel, so that's how you scan a folder in. There are two modes to the plugin. One is melodic, one is drums. fairly self-explanatory. The melodic side has got melodic one-shots all loaded around the place. Things that qualify as instruments. I like that one. That's cool. And there is the drum side. All the samples are put onto this scatter plot, so each one of these dots represents a sample, a one-shot. Drilling down into, if you have a particular type of drum that you're after, if I know that I want a splice snare, for example, I know if I press Option and click on Splice, we're just in Splice, then I can just Option Snare, and this is all of the one-shot snares that are in my Splice folder. Then, further to that, this one, as I hover over it, this is an Oliver one. I can type in Oliver here, and these are just the Oliver snares. Now, if I command and click on these, they all go on and all go off. This is now all my Oliver samples that are in my Splice. My favorite way really to use this is to drill down to a point where I have things showing that I think is applicable to what I'm working on, and then I press this GM kit button, which loads in across the keys in a GM format. So C1 is the kick, and then there's a snare. That one's a hat. That's another hat. That's kind of a good way to get sounds going. And then beyond that, later on in production, when you're like, I want to swap the snare out, I want to put a shaker in, I want to, then obviously for something like that, maybe you would have everything open, look at all of your shakers. I've got 1,566 shaker one-shots. Then random kit from that will, across all of these, randomly give me a bunch so that I can play around with those. Another fun one is with Vengeance stuff. Because of the way the packs are named, because of the way they named all their samples, if I want EDM, this is all of the VDM, because they're VEDM, but then they numbered them as well, so I can VEDM 3, and this just goes to just the VEDM, the newer VEDM, and with Vengeance, you can't really go wrong. Again, you can then drill down so that we're just looking at all the kicks. It's just a super, super quick way to get around your drum library. If you like your circles library, here they all are. A circles kit. Then you could load all the snares in. To try the snares out in real time in a track. It's honestly my favorite way to get around my drum library. I use addictive drums still. I'm finding myself using everything else less and less because I don't need to go into battery because everything is here. All my battery samples are here and it's quicker to find them. On the melodic side, so yeah, it comes with these 150 pads and pads. I don't know what this folder is, but I scanned it and these are really great. Serum effects to take things to the kind of next place. Yeah, there's this Galaxy folder. That's a cool sound. Maybe a little touch less attack. So, this takes us to the player. Again, the premise is simplicity. Everything you need and nothing you don't. There is a simple high-low pass filter. You can transpose. You can fine-tune. I might want to take the front off that to make it sound more like an electric piano. Make it go backwards. Make it go backwards for longer. And a glide. Pitch bend range. Double clicking here turns your looping on so that you can if you've got like a short pad or a short bass that you want it to be longer, you can change the start time. Same. Oh, one thing I didn't mention in drums in playback is if I have my Project ABC drum kit, when I click on a key, it changes to, and the controls are per slot. So if I want my kick drum to go backwards, I can make that happen, and it won't affect the snare. But if I also want my snare to go backwards, I can make my snare go backwards too. When I play a note on the key, it changes which one is in focus. I can change the volume of it. I can change its ADSR stuff. I can change its filtering. I can transpose it. But I just did it then. As I was playing, it changed this kick drum too. So I'm going to turn MIDI focus off. So now it changes based on what I'm actually clicking here. So this one needs to be, don't want that to be backwards anymore. So yeah, I think that about does it. So that's Aerial. I use it all the time. I'm working on it all the time. There's a free trial at whiteroomaudio.com. Thanks.